you everybody for coming to our 2014-15 Cleveland FFA Banquet this year. I'd like to start off by announcing our officers for this year as they walk in. Our chaplain this year was Jeremy Armstrong. Reporter, Kayla Nelson. Treasurer, Catherine Gill. Secretary, Jared Walters. Our Vice President, Rodolfo Garcia. And Cleveland FFA's 2014-15 President was Ashley May.
The meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Cleveland FFA Banquet. Mr. Vice President, are all the officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers to determine if they are at their stations and report back to you, Madam President. The reporter.
Station by the flag.
Fly by the flag.
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska to Puerto Rico and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
Treasurer.
Stationed by the Emerald of Washington.
Your duty, sir.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to live our financial savings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
Secretary.
Station by the report.
Your duty, sir.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The chaplain.
Hereby, Bob, I served mankind for many years. We have our motto, living to serve. May we use the Bible to guide both our faith and service to our fellow man.
The advisor.
Hereby thou.
Why stationed by the owl?
Thou is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time. Hope that my advice is always based on true knowledge and ripening with wisdom. Mr. Vice President, why do you keep a file by your station?
The plow is the symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over a meeting in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of new era in agriculture. If we will follow the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, are all officers at their stations?
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 33 members and 38 guests, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here? To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Cleveland FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matter which now may properly be presented.
On behalf of the Cleveland FFA chapter, I would like to welcome y'all to our annual awards banquet. And while I'm here, just make sure everyone has a door prize ticket. Should be blue. So if you don't have one, find Presley. She should have one. Okay. Now, before we eat, we're going to ask Adolfo to do our prayer. So.
Well, thanks for everyone for being here, and now let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we come together tonight to rejoice the success of the Cleveland FFA. Thank you for your blessings. Please bless the food we're about to eat and the hands that prepared it. Thank you for providing the land, labor, and crops that produce this meal. Please be with us tonight as we celebrate and ensure us a safe travel home. In your name, amen.
Okay, so tonight we would like to thank the people that helped prepare our food. Ms. Walker's at the shack prepared the meat. Ms. Young helped with our desserts, and many of the other officer parents donated food as well. So if we could all give them a big round of applause. Okay, so I guess we're going to go ahead and do the door process now. And just one? Okay, so we're going to do the 2 buckets right now, so. Okay. The number is 379234. The last 3 numbers are 2, 3, and 4. Okay, the last 3 numbers of this one is 219. Okay, so give them their prize. Okay, so this past school year has been both active and memorable for the members of the Cleveland FFA chapter. You see this evening that this organization is actively involved in developing leadership skills and qualities that are necessary to be useful citizens in our society. However, we are not only here to honor our members, but also to express our gratitude to those who support the chapter and former members. We are pleased that you have chosen to be with us tonight, and we sincerely appreciate your support.
Before we start the award ceremony, I would like to take a second to recognize important people within our community. At this time, we would like to recognize the faculty of Cleveland ISD, and this group is very supportive of our program, and we are very fortunate that they are so understanding during our many activities throughout the year. Will all faculty stand to be recognized?
We cannot forget a group of men and women who are always willing to lend a helping hand to support our program. This group contributes to our chapter in many ways, such as providing scholarships to some of our graduating seniors. Please give a big round of applause to the members of the Cleveland FFA alumni as they stand to be recognized.
We would like to give a huge thank you to the man that made this chapter possible. Without our FFA advisor, Mr. Brooks. Thank you for everything you have done throughout our chapter. We appreciate it, we really do.
Finally, we would like to recognize the backbone of our chapter. Without your support, patience, and dedication, none of this would be possible. Will the parents of the Cleveland FFA please stand up and be recognized?
Members of the Cleveland FFA range from 9 years of age to 18. As these students progress through the years of membership, they are awarded various degrees for their participation and hard work. Catherine, will you please announce the recipients of the Discovery FFA degree?
Students are eligible to receive their Discovery FFA degree must have been enrolled in an agriculture class for at least a portion of the school year while in grades 7 through 8, and have become a paying member of the FFA at local, state, or national level. Participate in at least one FFA chapter activity outside of scheduled school time. Have knowledge of agriculturally related careers, ownership, and entrepreneurial opportunities, as well as be familiar with local FFA chapter programs and activities. As I call your names, please come forward and accept your degree. The recipients of the Discovery FFA degree are Hunter Jones, Hector Moda, and William Whitaker. Jared, would you please come forward to announce our Green FFA degree?
Students eligible for the Green Hand degree must be enrolled in agricultural education and have satisfactory plans for a supervised agricultural experience program. Learn and explain the FFA creed, motto, salute, and mission statement. Demonstrate knowledge and history of the organization. Personally own or have access to the official FFA manual and student handbook. Please come forward and accept your degree as your name is called. The recipients of the Green Hand FFA degree are Haley Walters, Riley Yeski, Madison Hilton, Michael Desitil, Preston Coward, Trenton Comstock, Brianna Arundel, Austin Anderson, and Brad Taylor. This degree is for one exceptional Green Hand student recipients are chosen by the agricultural teacher and officer team. This student has stood out amongst the rest of their peers. The recipient of the Star Green Hand Award is Trenton Comstock. Adolfo, will you please announce the chapter FFA for your recipients?
The students eligible for Chapter FFA degree must have received their Green Hand FFA degree, completed at least 180 hours of agricultural education and instruction, at or above the 9th grade level, and be enrolled in agricultural course. Show progress towards individual achievement in the FFA award program. When your name is called, please come forward to accept your degree. The recipients of the Chapter FFA degree are Joseph Despotel, Kimberly May, Iris Bates, Amanda Bates, Cheyenne Richards, Brittany Quinn, Craig Nelson, and Stephen Meese. The Star Chapter degree is for one exceptional chapter student that has shown dedication to the FFA organization that has been selected by the agriculture teacher and officer team. The student stands out among other members of the Cleveland FFA chapter. The recipient of the Star Chapter degree is Kimberly May. And at this time, I would like to ask Jeremy to announce our Proficiency Award recipients.
The students receiving a Proficiency Award have shown excellence in numerous FFA-related activities such as home economics, swine production, welding, and many others. These students are recognized for their achievement in the following events. Please come forward and accept your award at the name is called. Adolfo Garcia, Equine Science. Madison Hilton, Sheep Production. Timmy May, Beef Production. Stephen Padrone, Ag Mechanics Design and Fabrication. Jared Walters, Ag Mechanics Repair and Maintenance. Trey Kelly, Ag Mechanics Repair and Maintenance. James Burton, Ag Mechanics Design and Fabrication. Stephen Meese, Ag Mechanics Design and Fabrication. Caleb Whitmire, Forest Proficiency. Catherine Gill, Creek Speed. Courtney Nelson, Swine Soldier. Adolfo Garcia, Livestock Evaluation. And Ashley Mason, Swine Production. We have two special awards to give tonight for excellence in second period cleanup. These two young ladies are quick to pick up a broom to avoid welding at any cost. Riley Scienski and Kayla Miller. We would also like to present awards for the high seller for the high school FFA meet fundraiser. The high seller this year will receive a belt buckle. Let me start that over. We would also like to present the award for high seller for the high school FFA meet fundraiser. The high seller this year will receive a belt buckle donated by Fresh Country Fundraiser. This year's high seller is Brianna Harrington. Ms. Martin will now present the high sellers for the middle school program.
Those of you who don't know me, I am Ms. Martin. I am the agriculture teacher at Cleveland Middle School. I have a few special awards to present tonight. These are for our top fundraisers from the middle school. We're really proud of them for participating in this, and I also want to thank all of you who helped them to achieve that goal. Our third highest seller this year was Abby Bain. The second highest seller was Rebecca Bunyard. And our highest seller this year, and who will also be receiving a belt buckle, is Hunter Jones.
Okay, Mr. Brooks is now going to present cords to our qualified seniors.
Okay, for our seniors, when they walk across the stage at graduation, they get honors. They get to wear cords demonstrating what they've done in high school, some of their achievements. We have a gold and blue cord with FFA emblem on it, and that is what they receive after being an officer, participating in different activities. If they have a minimum number of requirements, when they graduate, they do get to wear the FFA gold across the stage. And our first person is Dr. Garcia. Jared Walters. Catherine Gill. Jeremy Armstrong. Amanda Spates. And Melody Young.
worked very hard at various fundraisers to award scholarships to our graduating seniors. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Ronnie Bailey from the FFA Alumni Organization to come and present their annual FFA scholarship.
How are y'all tonight? I'm with the Cleveland FFA alumni. We do try to pass out as many scholarships as we can. Big thing is participation from the parents, and we appreciate all of them. Our first graduating senior goes to Amanda Spates, $1,000. Second one is Adolfo Garcia for graduating senior, $1,000. Also, we have continuing ed, Jessica Steele, which she is doing finals this week in college, going to be here from San Marcos, so we appreciate all y'all and everything y'all do. Okay. We do have a scholarship fundraiser this year. We had a big donation from one of the parents that's been taking care of it. So we're going to draw for that if y'all had bought it hard. The winner is Ernie Brooks. He gets a whole lot of blood processing, food processing. We appreciate all y'all there.
I would like to announce that Amanda Stage received a National FFA Scholarship sponsored by Anderson Ford.
We would also like to congratulate Adolfo Garcia and Amanda Spates for receiving the Everyday Scholarships this year. Thank you to all of you for your scholarship donations. We truly appreciate your kindness for our future endeavors.
FFA members participate in many activities throughout the year. These students have participated in activities and have been successful. Please stand to be recognized when your name is called. The following participants participated in the Trinity Valley Expo, or TVE. Kimmy May, 3rd place, Market Pit. Ashley May, 5th place, Commercial Heifer, and showed a Market Pit. Riley Fansky showed a Market Pit. Kaden Solomon showed a Market Pit. Cheyenne Richards showed a Market Pig and lamb.
Many of our students participated in the Cleveland Livestock Show, this year taking home many awards and honors. For the Youth Horse Show, Michaela Whitmire, champion of the 2-year-old and champion showmanship. Ashley and Amanda and Zoe Spates had numerous placings in the breeding rabbits. In home economics, Kayla Nelson received a blue ribbon. Courtney Nelson received a blue ribbon. And Craig received a blue ribbon. In market lambs, Madison Hilton won 4th overall. Cheyenne Richards won 6th overall. In markets 1, Courtney Nelson sportsmanship, and commercial effort. In the livestock judging, I won 8th place overall. Ashley May won 10th overall. Jesus Garcia won 11th place overall. And Shane Richards won 14th overall.
Okay, now for the second part. Okay, this is our final banquet for several of our officers. They will be moving on to greater endeavors after this year. I would like to ask our retired senior officers to come give their retirement addresses. Our first one is Jeremy.
Alright, I'd like to start off. I didn't really prepare a speech, but I'm going to try to wing it as best as I can. I'd like to thank Mr. Brooks, our FFA advisor. He's done so much for us, we can't even begin where to thank him. He's taken us so many places, from state detention to LDEs to helping us out with our Greek speaking, whatever we asked. He was there for us whenever we needed him. And I couldn't think of any more. FFA has been a great accomplishment in my life. I mean, I didn't really do much, but I tried to do what I could. And to my fellow officers, we've all been through so much together, and we're like another family, it seems. We've all had our ups and downs, we've all had our low experiences, but I wouldn't trade for the world. That's it.
Okay, so I guess you could say I'm the prepared one out of the bunch because I actually prepared a speech. And I'm going to read it on my speech, so sorry if I don't make a lot of eye contact. You may outgrow the jacket, but you will never outgrow the experience. My FFA experience all started my sophomore year when I was in Mr. Brooks' Principal of Ag class. He told us in the course of 5 weeks we were going to learn. I don't need this.
Speak loud enough as it is. It's okay.
We were going to learn the FFA creed. One paragraph a week, and on Fridays, each of us would stand in front of the class and recite a paragraph for a grade. While everyone huffed and puffed, I began to learn right away. Because of how much I like to talk, I have no problem getting in front of others and speaking. So in no time, I had the first paragraph memorized and ready to recite. When Mr. Brooks asked me who wanted to go first, my hand shot up and I was already at the front of the class. When the other weeks came around, I was the only one who would start from the beginning of the creed, while the others started from that week's paragraph. Mr. Brooks then asked me if I wanted to join the FFA and compete in creed speaking, and of course I said yes. That year I was a junior creed speaker. Mr. Brooks and Jessica Stilley taught me everything, from how to pronounce the words to how to use hand motions to make it more dramatic. When our first contest came around, I was a nervous wreck. Right before I entered the room, Mr. Brooks made a bet with me that if I placed first, he would buy me my own FFA hoodie. Let's just say I got my hoodie that year. I was the happiest person in the room when they called my name for first. Thanks. All of my hard work has paid off. The FFA has given me many opportunities to better myself. Creed speaking has improved my speaking skills, and the wildlife contest pushed me to not take no for an answer when all the guys told me that I couldn't be the only girl on the ag team. I proved them wrong that year because we went to area in that contest. It has been an honor to be this chapter's treasurer. And getting to work alongside these wonderful officers has been amazing. At convention this year, I believe we learned what it meant to be a team. We may not have been the bestest friends, but we got closer as convention went on. Convention was so much fun. Yeah, it was hard getting up really early in the morning here in the summer, but we did it anyways. Well, the boys never got up until like 30 minutes before we left, but as girls, Miss May, Kimmy, no, not Kimmy, sorry. I was looking at Kimmy. Caleb and myself had to get up super early because Ashley was very hard to get into bed, and she ripped about 3 pantyhose every morning. So we had to make sure that she was decent before we walked out of the hotel. Walking around convention, asking random people to take selfies with us with our selfie stick was a blast. Kayla, Ashley, and myself had maybe 100 pictures with the selfie stick. On our last night at the hotel, we stayed up playing cards and making sure 2 of us ran to Mr. Brooks' room every hour to knock on his door to make sure he was awake. It was a lot of fun. I will never forget us trying to ensure Adolfo that he wasn't going to die because his heart was racing and he was shaking because he drank too much Mountain Dew. And the next morning, all of us falling asleep on each other at convention, and Mr. Brooks telling us to just get up and we were headed home because we were asleep. I have a few things to say to our next officers. I'm very excited for all of y'all. I'm very excited for all of y'all, and I know great things will happen next year and in the future years. Just remember, cherish every minute you have in this chapter, because before you know it, you'll be up here giving your retiring speech and retiring your jacket. Try this again, so I'm almost done. So with all this being said, I would like to thank my parents for letting me join the FFA my sophomore year. I would like to thank this whole chapter. This whole chapter for letting me be your treasurer this year. Ms. May for everything that you have done for me. And of course, Mr. Brooks. Every organization needs a backbone, and that is you. You care so much for everyone in this chapter. And I would like to thank you for pushing me to better myself and believing in me. Thank you for always being there and putting up with me when I know it wasn't easy throughout the years. You truly are the greatest FFA advisor a chapter could ask for. I'm very sad to leave this chapter. I love everything about the FFA. The friends, the memories, the contests, the meetings, everything. I know that whoever takes my place as treasurer next year will do a good job. And like I said before, I may outgrow this jacket, but I will never outgrow the experience. Thank you. Okay, so for some of you who don't know, Mountain Dew and gummy bears got me through conventions. So, thank you all so much.
Unlike all the other officers, I prepared a speech. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Brooks and all the other parents and whatnot that helped us out. It's funny, but I can't tell you the number of times Mr. and Mrs. Brooks or whoever has helped us. Things like, just one example is my pig. Mr. and Mrs. Brooks, they showed up a bunch of times at my house when they shouldn't have had to. But they did. They might have complained about it for a little while, but they didn't mind doing it. I knew that, and they knew that. I'd like to thank all the FFA officers of this year. Y'all made it one heck of an experience. All of you did. They're one kind of person when they're up here, but when you get them out there at an FFA, they're completely different people. I'd like to thank all the parents that donated, helped serve food, all the things like that. And I hope that the next group of officers that comes through here has as much fun as I did. If they have half as much fun as this year's officers did, they'll be doing pretty good.
First of all, I'd like to thank my parents for helping me out with everything throughout the years, through all my high school career and everything I've ever been involved with. And the two little ones that helped me out too. And I'd like to give a big thanks to Mr. Brooks. He's helped me out a lot with just always asking questions and he got answers. So thanks for that. And well, it's been a good couple of years being a member of this great Cleveland FFA chapter. I have learned a lot from being part of this great association or organization. I can't ever say that right. But from being more comfortable with speaking in front of people to being more responsible and making any times or in time that they need. But the FFA has offered me a lot of opportunities, and being an officer has been an honor to me and a big part of my high school career. And for all the young ones that want to be a part of the FFA, y'all need to step up and be members and all, because these couple of years will fly by, and then you'll be in my situation and you'll have to be giving your retiring address. And well, that's it. Yeah. Well, I thought I had more in my head. Our signal for the 2014-2015. 15. Is Joseph Deschantel? Ashley May. And our president will be Kayla Nelson.
Madam Secretary, do you have any record of any further business which should now be transacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business which should properly come before this meeting? We need to do a door prize.
Uh, 225, last three numbers.
We are about to adjourn this meeting of the Cleveland FFA chapter. As we meet with others, let us be diligent in our labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, join me in a salute to our flag. I now declare this banquet adjourned.